Have you ever wondered what inflammation is and how it affects your body? Inflammation, also known as the inflammatory response, is essentially a biological reaction of our immune system, particularly involving our vascular tissues. It's like our body's emergency response team, triggered when our tissues are injured by a variety of culprits, be it microbes, trauma, toxins, or heat. Think of it as the body's own protective mechanism against infection or injury. It's like a red alert signal that calls for the cells of the immune system to migrate to the site of injury or infection. This results in the 4 characteristic signs of inflammation we commonly recognize: warmth, redness, swelling, and pain. In the early stages, around the first 24 hours, neutrophils, a type of white blood cell, are the primary inflammatory cells recruited. After about 48 hours, macrophages take the lead. That's what inflammation is in a nutshell. Now, let's dive into the process. So, how does inflammation happen in our bodies? Well, it's a fascinating process, really. Picture your body as a castle. The immune system, your body's defense mechanism, is like the castle's guards. When harmful stimuli like bacteria, trauma, or toxins invade, the guards spring into action. Let's break down the process. The moment the body detects an injury or infection, the cells of the immune system, much like the castle guards, rush to the site. These cells, known as white blood cells, contain 2 types of soldiers: neutrophils and macrophages. Neutrophils are the frontline warriors. They're the first to arrive at the scene, usually within the first 24 hours of an injury or infection. Their job is to fight off the invaders and prevent them from causing further damage. After about 48 hours, another set of soldiers, the macrophages, take over. They're the cleanup crew, clearing away the debris and dead cells left behind by the neutrophils. They also help in tissue repair and regeneration. As the immune cells carry out their mission, they trigger a series of responses that result in 4 characteristic signs of inflammation: warmth, redness, swelling, and pain. Warmth and redness occur because the immune cells cause the blood vessels to dilate and increase blood flow to the site of injury or infection. This helps to bring more immune cells to the site faster. Swelling, or edema, is due to the accumulation of fluid, which also contains immune cells and nutrients needed for tissue repair. And then there's pain. It might not feel great, but it's actually a protective response. It alerts us to the problem and makes us take care of the injured or infected area. So, that's inflammation in a nutshell. The body's protective response against infection or injury, involving the migration of immune cells to the site of harm and resulting in warmth, redness, swelling, and pain. Now that we understand the process, let's discuss the common causes of inflammation. What triggers this inflammatory response in our bodies? Well, inflammation can be sparked by numerous factors. One of the most common causes is the invasion of pathogenic bacteria, viruses, or fungi. These harmful microorganisms can invade our body, leading to an inflammatory response as our immune system fights them off. Another common cause is external injuries. When you scrape your knee or get a splinter, inflammation is the body's way of protecting the area and starting the healing process. Even the smallest of wounds can instigate an inflammatory response. Lastly, let's not forget the effects of chemicals or radiation. Exposure to certain chemicals, whether ingested, inhaled, or contacted with the skin, can trigger inflammation. Similarly, overexposure to radiation, such as excessive sun exposure, can also lead to inflammation. So, whether it's harmful microorganisms, physical injury, or exposure to harmful substances, our body responds with inflammation to protect and heal itself. These are just a few of the most common causes that can trigger an inflammatory response. So, let's do a quick recap of what we've learned about inflammation. Inflammation is the biological response of our immune system, specifically the vascular tissues, to harmful stimuli. This could be anything from harmful microorganisms to foreign substances that our bodies deem harmful. The inflammatory response kicks into action when our tissues are injured by microbes, trauma, toxins, heat, or other causes. It's our body's first line of defense against infection or injury. The process involves the migration of immune cells to the site of injury or infection, leading to the 4 characteristic signs of inflammation: warmth, redness, swelling, and pain. In the first 24 hours, neutrophils are the primary inflammatory cells recruited. After 48 hours, macrophages take the lead. Inflammation can be triggered by a variety of factors, including pathogenic bacteria, viruses, fungi, external injuries, and the effects of chemicals or radiation. Remember, inflammation is your body's way of protecting itself from harm. It's a complex process, but understanding it can help us maintain our health and well-being. Thanks for watching.